You have to go through all the consequences. People just want to manifest, but they don't know the consequences. Hitler wanted a world war, so almost the world war came, and many people got killed, millions of them. But then the intentions of the whole world are respected, and the world war ended, and Hitler got killed himself. It's not the question of manifestation; it's the question of consequences. We have to think of the consequences. Okay, I want lot of money. Okay, money will be manifested, but what are you going to do with the money? How are you going to handle the money? The moment you have a lot of money, somebody will come and kill you and get that money. The consequence that you are getting killed. You don't see that consequence. For me, the word consequence is more important than manifestation. What are the consequences of those things which you want to manifest? That is the topic. You build a big pyramid. You want to manifest. Okay, people will come. Then how are you going to feed them? How are you going to treat them? Can you manage all the people who are going to come to you? How are you going to manage them? You want marriage, but what are the consequences of marriage? Children will happen. Are you ready to raise all the children? Yes, I want to get married. That's very fine. So you get married, you get some partner. But what are the consequences? A lifelong relationship exists. And if you are not able to carry it properly, then you have to face all the consequences. Law of karma gives you a clear picture of consequences. So, my dear friends, before you think of manifestation, you must think of consequences.
Namaste. A very happy morning, afternoon, and evening to all masters joining from across the world. I welcome you all to day 20 of the powerful 40-day quantum program. Welcome you all. And such a powerful message to start with. We also have to be aware of our consequences along with thinking about creation through manifestation. As a quick recap, so in yesterday's class, we learned about how it's important to expand our intellect through the wisdom of masters, to reading books, but it's also equally important to meditate so that we gain that energy and willpower to sustain ourselves on the path towards creating our dream lives. And we also learned about how beliefs that are deep rooted in our subconscious mind play a role in our manifestation. And it's meditation, that powerful tool that brings our awareness towards the limiting beliefs that we have and also helps us to reprogram them in order to manifest whatever that we want to do. So with that, let's get into another insightful session today of wisdom and meditation. For that, I welcome you, Chandra sir, and over to you.
Happy morning, dear friends and masters. Wonderful afternoon, evening. What is right for me is always a question. What is right for me? Most of the time, because we don't know, because we cannot decide, then we can't intend properly. We intend one time this, we intend another time another. We intend we would like to be somewhere, we doubt the intention that we cannot be there. That is also an intention. A doubtful intention leads to doubtful outcomes. But the principle is there. My thoughts create reality. We conclude something is not possible So we set that intention now. You want your family members to come into meditation. So you have a lot of motivation because you are benefiting. You talk to them. You start intending, yes, they're coming. Intention is there. Then slowly, in a few days, you come to your own conclusion. It's not for them. They won't come. They will not come. I've tried many times, but they're just not coming. The intensity of what you say to yourself increases slowly. Now, Heart Math Institute talked about power of thought versus power of mind versus heart. Heart produces much stronger field compared to the brain. For every thought, it's paired with an emotion, and coming from the heart center, it produces a much stronger field of energy. Magnetic, electric, both energies combined together become electromagnetic energies, produce plenty every moment in our body through a thought and feeling. So the signal that we generate, and the more stronger we are carrying a feeling with it, the more stronger the signal becomes in whichever direction that is. So when you swear that definitely my son won't join, because very logical. He does not believe in all of these things, and you are sending a strong signal because you feel it with deep in your heart that it's not joining. So that's creating a disastrous life. You wish, but then nothing happens in the direction. But we can create an extraordinary life too by activating and utilizing our emotion center significantly by simply changing our thought and feeling. No matter how poor state the body is in, now the epigenetics research shows that since our cells are activated through signal in the environment, every cell has cell receptors. The cell receptors are receiving signal from the environment. In the periphery of the cell, think of cell as a circular object. In the periphery of the cell, there are receptors, small antennas, tiny holes with antennas, think of that way. A cell nucleus is in the center. The receptors are receiving information from the environment. The information external to every cell is the empty space around and which is filled with energy. Now that energy is full of that energy, the electromagnetic energy is there around every cell, is full of what? Full of thought and feeling of your own. It has a frequency. Every thought, every feeling has a frequency. So there is information in its environment around a cell, which is going into the cell through the cell receptors. That information that is there in the environment of the cell, in the emptiness around the cell, is essentially your field, your thought and feeling, whatever you instruct. And so that information, when it is taken by the cell, now the cell is receiving a signal to upregulate the gene or downregulate. That's sort of the concept there. And what they noted is that when you have higher emotion, when you have an expansive thought and higher emotion, the cells and the genes in the cells are upregulating. When you have a positive, constructive view about life, that everything is only growing, that people are fundamentally not bad. It is the upbringing and the conditioning that made them behave certain way. But otherwise, nobody is bad in the root of their heart. No one is bad. Who is bad? A drunkard became a drunkard because something is not there in his life. Some force is there. Push is there. Many people who are in services, where they're expected to work morning to night, no family, no festival, no this, no that, no holiday. That's the system expects them, particularly in public services. Then many a time they don't have control of their life. When you don't have control of their life, they feel like they're just being pushed. They don't have control, is how they feel. And so then you need to gain control. So you go into artificial injection of something that's going to help you to feel like you have control, escape. Addictions happen there a lot of times. So what is the root cause for it? The root cause is the system. The system, but the root cause is the thinking process of the individual. If only they decide to think differently, they can change. They can defy the environment that is pushing and then stand strong for their values and needs, which they don't. But in any case, addiction happens. Doesn't mean that they're bad people. They want to help, but then they feel lack of control of their life. And so that's one case. Everyone is good, but the conditioning is making people the way they are. So if we can difference, and then the conditioning is the making the people the way are, which is why the whole topic of subconscious programs. Then the subconscious brain, subconscious mind takes over, aids in the process of making things automatic. This whole autopilot mechanism is beautifully designed so that many times we are protected, we are taken care in the nature. But that becomes a modern man's lifestyle of thinking and feeling bad about how life is difficult and miserable. And so then instead of moves the body into, then permanently keeps it in that low emotion. So that means permanently the cells are down regulating. So permanently health is deteriorating. Permanently sending a poor signal around you, electromagnetic energy. So permanently it is drawing, and that feeling is perpetuated through various newer experiences in the quantum field. Observation brings reality. The concept from epigenetics is that no genes in our body is junk DNA. No DNA is junk. No genes are junk. If you don't keep junk and you don't want to keep junk in your home, think same way. The creator of this body cannot be keeping junk in our body. Is it possible? Can there be something that is junk? Science does not understand, calls it junk DNA. Only 1.5% of the genes are understood, but the rest they don't understand, and so there is all junk, is not active. We must think about this and say, is that so? What happens if a lot of that gene that is not is dormant it becomes active? What kind of protein can produce? What kind of body you may have? or how to activate intense high emotion, total belief, and absolute expanded view of life. Expanded view of life is that we can be spontaneous, we can be innovative, we can be always compassionate, we can be very considerate, we are intuitive, energetic. No matter what, that I can be with myself. No matter what, I can create anything if I wish to draw, and then I can experience it because I'm the whole one with everything, and so all that power is within me. These are expanded views. There's no concept of time. Linearity is not there. When we have that views, and automatically the emotions are always there. And so then positive emotions are always there. Our expansive emotions, which seem to help upregulate the body to produce the right genes so that the body stays strong. It's a choice we make simply by what kind of thinking we want to have. It's a choice we make. And thinking is influenced by our environment and what we feed into ourselves on a daily basis. That's why when Patrizi said books and then interaction with others, books give us the concepts of what is possible and what is possible and what is the wrong view of life. When you read You Are the Placebo, you just absolutely have so much clarity about the scientific nature of meditation and then the impact it has in healing a body. When you read Mind to Matter, you have the greatest understanding that any amount of work, any amount of impact can be created by each and every one of us. A group coherent subject, individuals winding, unwinding DNA coils, somebody accelerating the decay of radioactive material just through thought. Understand the power of meditation, power of thinking through that book beautifully. So books are providing this information, and then people who have implemented, lived their life, and they come and share, then they make us believe that yes, it is possible. It's not just some theory written by somebody only for special people. Nothing is special people. We all have the same. We have same consciousness, and so we have the same capability. So friends, it's up to us to be ordinary or extraordinary just by thinking different. And meditation trains the mind to be thinking different, to be thinking expansive. In one of the talks, Patrici asked, who do you want your child to be? You want them to be a very successful business leader? You want them to be a great master of the order of Buddha and Mahavir chain? Jesus Christ, who do you want them to be? If you had a choice, only one or this or that. What is the choice a mother and a father want to make for the child? Who do you want them to be? A Buddha or a business leader? Or a political leader or something you can fill. If the answer, whether an exception comes out that this is what I want them to be, then we say, why do I not think in that direction from now? History remembered Gautama Buddha, Mahavir Jain, Adi Shankara, Vivekananda, and remembered them beautifully. Patanjali now, not more. But does not remember unless the chapters are there. We don't remember. Many kings, many successful business people, or any of them. They're forgotten pretty quickly. But however, Buddha is remembered. Temples are there. We know this. So we know how we create an extraordinary life. So let's go into the practice once again, dear friends. This simple meditation makes us become the whole, and so then our thinking becomes naturally very, very expansive. And so then we have an extraordinary life can be created, whatever that means to you. Relax yourself, sit comfortably, practicing breath meditation, observing our normal, natural breath. Every day, when we relax ourselves and empty the mind of thought, then we are transcending our body and mind, and then merging with the field of quantum, the Brahman. And so then, when we spend sufficient amount of time there, we imbibe the qualities of the field, which is whole, which is connected. So relax yourself. Eyes closed, dear friends. Relax your body. With your fingers into fingers, hands comfortably rested in your lap. Observe your normal, natural in-breath and the out-breath. We are going into powerful group meditation, dear friends, in silence. Observe your in-breath and the out-breath. Resting your attention on your nose. In total relaxation of your body. Observe that natural breath, a subtle observation. In absolute silence. We are quietening ourselves in this group meditation. Be with your breath. And allow yourself to slowly become calmer, emptier. In this deep silence, with new music, we're slipping into this quietness of ourselves. Observe your breath and allow yourself to slowly to experience the emptiness. Thoughts are natural. When you recognize that there is active thought, gently go back to your natural breath. Our mind is the greatest creator, so it's absolutely okay to have thought. When you notice thought without judgment, can you move your attention to your breath again? As our senses are withdrawn, thoughts are dropped. Simply by observing our breath with our eyes closed. You slowly and slowly transcend yourself. You go beyond body and mind, you transcend matter. And yourself to experience a sense of emptiness. The nothingness. Merge into that field of emptiness, vast, endless. Field of emptiness, energy. All emptiness is the intelligent force of creation. Is filled with energy of possibilities waiting to happen. Waiting to manifest into our physicality. The more, the longer you move yourself into this field, of infinity, the more familiar you become. The more familiar you are with the field of limitless possibilities, the more you intend, the more you draw. Experiences into your life. Allow yourself to stay connected to this field of nothingness. All things originate from this nothingness. And so it's a way to experience everythingness. Everything of your past, of your present, of your future. So the longer you stay present, in this field of energy, the more you draw. Wisdom from the past, present, of the future. The more you access that information, the more you know who you were and where you are going. Final few minutes, merge into your breath and allow yourself to be in that absolute calmness. This is our natural state. We are one and coherent with our planet in Alpha. We are one with our individual consciousness of past, present, and future in theta. We are one with everything in delta. We're always becoming coherent with entrainment. Meditation catalyzes, accelerates, helps us become one. Only when we are in coherence with ourselves, with the group, with the planet, with everything, we gain the sense of completeness. We gain the sense of belongingness. We develop the sense of connectedness. Final 30 seconds. Okay, please, at this time, I'd like you to express gratitude. We experience this life. We're exploring greater life at this time of history. Through meditation, spiritual practices, many are not so blessed. Can you be grateful for everything in your life, to everyone? We exist because of the elements. We experience energy and beauty with all the nature. We expand our thinking consciousness with all the people. Leading to newer experience of life. Can you be grateful to all things and everyone? And whenever you're ready, keep your hands on your eyes for 5 seconds, and then you can open your eyes. Okay, dear friends, hope you enjoy the session. We demonstrate to ourselves that it's possible that we meditate without music. That's your natural state anyway. You know, when I went on my solitude, I just did not want any music. Somewhere I felt just silence, 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 kept being that silence. So it's a myth when someone thinks that, okay, if you're doing music, then how can you be ever without music? It happens. We train ourselves with everything that's available around us. With a group, on a full moon, with a pyramid, with music. But we know that we can be with ourselves without any of them too. All right, friends, so on Saturdays we have guest masters coming in. So we have some wonderful masters who journeyed with Patricia, has been doing an amazing work, living a great life while contributing beautifully to this cause of meditation. So let's invite Jagadishwar Garu and Radhika Madam from Boston, not Boston, from Raleigh. Yes,
Yeah.
yes,
Namaste. Namaste,
sir.
Chandra.
Namaste, namaste. Wonderful.
Yeah.
Great to see you. Yes, Sirisha, please introduce.
Let me take this opportunity to introduce our amazing guest leaders today. We have with us Mr. Jagadishwara Nagalamadaka, who has spent over 20 years working as a software architect at State Street, US. His life took a profound turn after being deeply inspired by Patriji's teachings, pyramid energy, meditation, and the PSSM philosophy, which he has followed devotedly for over 15 years. Mr. Jagdishwara is passionate about volunteering and has made it his mission to spread meditation throughout the United States of America. He serves as the chapter president of PSSM North Carolina and is working tirelessly to build a pyramid in the area. Additionally, Sir volunteers with organizations like Big Health and Gurukulam. One of his most notable achievements was spearheading the Mega Meditation Summit 2 in Raleigh, North Carolina in 2024, which drew thousands of people from around the world for a 3 day celebration of meditation and spiritual science. Welcome you, sir. We also have with us Mrs.
Thank you.
Radhika Nagalumaraka. She is a multifaceted individual who has been an integral part of the Pyramid Spiritual Society's movement for over 15 years. As a software engineer by profession, she has also dedicated herself to teaching Bharatanatyam. Alongside her husband, Radhika ji has hosted several masters, including Grandmaster Patri ji and Swarnamala Mam in the US. She regularly conducts meditation sessions, leads book clubs, shares her experiences on PMC channels. She has also served as the cultural coordinator for Mega Meditation Summit events in the USA for the past couple of years and has contributed significantly for several PSSM events. We're very grateful to both of you for your service and we look forward to listening to you. Welcome, sir and ma'am.
Thank you. Thank you for inviting us.
Just unmute. Okay.
Yeah, so just thank you for introduction. Just to coming out of the meditation from Chandra sir, it's like it takes couple of minutes, I think. A lot of people are also suggesting it was a very nice, deep, wonderful session we had. Coming to our association with the PSSM is definitely comes from my in-laws and Radhika, who is very much into this meditation from the starting. So that actually pulled me into the meditation. That's where I spend most of the time by seeing and then by looking at how my father-in-law has improved his health over the years. And then he's an active volunteer in Pyramid Valley and also different organizations. So that made us, believe and then also trust and then experience the first-hand experiences about the meditation, how the meditation will improve one's life, and also, having the happiness and also, gives us the enormous different view of the life. That's very important in the present environment in the whole world. So that's actually gave me some sort of introduction to the meditation, and also association with the Patriji is actually, I can get what Patriji sir is actually trying to teach us when I was moving with Patri sir in the US. And also, without I am asking him what is the next thought of my mind. He used to give me some sort of a answers for your questions. So you don't need to ask the leaders, some of these questions. They will give us what you are actually thinking. Without even anticipating if the guru can give us some sort of a guidance like that is like amazing experiences. And also doing the surveys in the PSSM gives you next level of experience. One thing I can share, not only with the PSSM MMS2, but also while Patriji is here in Raleigh. So the whatever the planning, whatever the hurdles, we get it as a part of executing the project. Sir already knows it's going to happen. I mean, he always encourages us to go ahead, Baba, everything will be all right. So things like that, that he knows what is the outcome of the you know any of the events. So those sort of the energy levels, and also um, support from the Patriji has gave me the full confidence in how do we make ourself life better. And also it helped me during my career and also the family life as a part of regular day-to-day activities. So my just an advice to everybody who are there in this panel is, do the meditation consistently. Don't have any second thoughts on what the meditation is going to brings you. And also be a part of regular life activity. You that has to come as a second nature to you, without forcing yourself and making that as a one of the activities. So meditation is a part of the life. So that's what you really need to make yourself accustomed to the meditation as in practice in the life. That's all I can say. Now Radhika might give us some sort of her experiences. Please
Okay.
go ahead.
Yeah, first of all, thank you, Chandra sir, for having us over here. Really nice to be in part of your program now, because I was inspired many times with Buddha's 40-day meditation sessions. So I mean, your wisdom is great, and also today also it was like silence meditation. That was actually really powerful, actually, and also your guidance. It's really good. Yeah, first, gratitude to Brahmarshi Pitama Patriji for being in our lives for good, and he's changed the course of our life, I would say. In the beginning, like we got introduced to it in, I think, 2007, 2008, when my dad was here for my daughter's, like when during childbirth they came to help, and he was having trouble to go up the stairs. So he used to sit and go up the stairs. And here in US we have, I mean, now we have a bedroom downstairs, but in Boston we did not have a bedroom downstairs. So they had to go up to take shower and sleep and everything. So every night he used to struggle with that. But then again, next he came to US in after 4 or 5 years. Again he was here, and the next time he came, he was going up and down the stairs like a kid. We were like surprised. What is this? What happened to my dad? And then only thing he had changed was he was meditating regularly, and also he wasn't taking any blood pressure medicines, and he had like a neck issue for a long time. He would not sleep with the help of pillow, or and then he wouldn't take stairs anywhere. So those were all like, I had seen it for many years, and I was suddenly seeing entirely different person. So that's how we got into meditations. And he was also like, the spirituality is definitely seeded with my dad for me. Earlier he used to be Satya Sai devotee, so he would go to Puttaparthi and also Whitefield. He would volunteer there and he would read books and things like that. But still, he was kind of a strict and very disciplined person. Very strict he used to be. But after he came into meditation with Patri sir, and he had become very jovial also, and it was really like game changer kind of thing for us. We were like, okay. And then I needed at that time, I think, so I had like 2 kids and I was working, and it is tough in USA. People who are here from USA or other parts of the world can relate it. Like you're far away from your family and you're working with two young kids, and it was very difficult for me going through. And also we used to have like most harsh seasons in Boston. We have like winters are very severe, and so at that time it was like I was at low point, I would say. So that's when I got introduced to Patri sir, and there were videos at that time. So that one season I watched all his videos. I would come back from office and I would sit and watch all his videos, and so my perspective towards life different changed completely, and I became like more confident, more happier, and everything changed around me. And I was meditating definitely. So even with that busy schedule, I wanted to sit and meditate, and it was helping me. Definitely, I could see changes. It is not just during the meditation. I would say experiences is always after the meditation, what is happening in your day-to-day life. So that had changed completely. And then I like so many things like wisdom, basically wisdom of life. So I was trying, I was happy, becoming happier. And yeah, I was introduced to book reading, Patri sir says Swadhyay. And so then I was reading a lot of books that time. And then we had some very few Skype meditations and things like that. But after COVID, definitely YouTube with PMC channels and everything, Swadhyaya has become a little different now. Like if I am low, I can always go and watch some video, listen to some master's experiences, and it will perk me up immediately. So um, that is the transformation in my life. And one other thing was like I was inspired. Patri sir used to come to our houses, and so he stayed in Boston with us for three times. We hosted him, and he came to North Carolina also once. And initially, I used to be scared, Guru coming and staying. So, but then he would make you feel at home. He was just very, very special person, very caring, very. It was like I felt like he was my mother because everybody would sit and eat, but then he would make me sit and serve me food. So I was just blown away by his kindness, everything, the way he treats you, and so much patience he had. He was going all around the world, not even a single day he rested. His main thing was to spread meditation. So that is the reason, like that is why I also want to be in this field of service, because it definitely helps and touches other person's heart. So um, and then yeah, my children, like they were looking at us and they learned meditation. And my son also, like he had a very good experience to like one Christmas, like during Christmas, they were playing a game and they were all discussing like one logic, some, I don't know. Yeah, they were discussing something, and then next day he had an interview in one of the companies, and they asked the same logic that they were discussing day before. So he did get that job, and yeah, that was one of the experiences I thought was because of, I mean, it's not like you expect something will happen with meditation, but some coincidences like that, the references, like you start connecting dots sometimes. That's what. And then my daughter, like she would, I mean, not meditate, because she would not meditate with us. But then when she was in high school, and one day I just went to her room and she was sitting and meditating. I was surprised that I was like, what happened? She said, Mom, that helps with the stress. She said. I said, okay, good. So like sometimes when you tell children, they don't listen, but when you're doing things and they're looking at you, they're observing you, then they learn. So that is one thing. And just one other thing was I learned Bharatanatyam in Bangalore during my childhood, and I did not have opportunity to like do the Arangetram and things like that in Bangalore. So, but then fast forward like 20 years later, after my daughter, I was sending her to dance class, and then she learned for about 4 years. And then after that, I also started learning back again, because in one of the talks, Patri sir was telling like the impact of art, like how art impacts you. It actually comes from the heart. So it brings joy, whatever the creativity in the art brings joy. So I was like, okay, I think this is what I liked during my childhood. I spent so much time, so I went back to dancing. And in 2016, me and my daughter did Arangetram, which I never thought I will ever do in my life. So that was like very, very like dream come true for me. And I attribute everything to Patri sir and his meditation and his talks. So definitely that is one of the best thing that has happened to me. And yeah, I think yeah, just continuing in the same path of Swadhyaya, meditation, service, Sajjana Sangatya. So advice from me to everyone is just be open to life. Be open to new opportunities. Never say no. New beginnings. You never know what you will learn, how you will grow. So be open to life. Be open
Yeah.
to learning.
Abundance is the criteria in the
Thank you.
life.
Thank you for the
Yeah,
opportunity.
you should be always think about abundance.
Okay. Thank you, madam. Thank you, sir, for these elaborate experiences.
Yeah.
Meditation must bring a beautiful change in life. It's not just sitting somewhere in caves, Himalayas, and then saying, say, moksha. It is all completely
Being in
mystified. It is all mystified. And so I said, okay, this is very mystical. It's only for few. But as you said, madam, your life is an example that it is here and now. The words using abundance, be open, participate in life, and things come automatically. And you described Patrisa in many ways. That is the property of consciousness, qualities of consciousness. Caring, loving, wanting to share is always one among us. He never said, okay, come and then touch my feet, or in fact, he never even agreed, ever anyone going down to him other than doing namaskarams and shake hands. So thank you for upholding the flag of meditation in Raleigh in the United States. Living an extraordinary life. When we talked about friends, here are two masters. They organize the mega meditation summits. They're an integral part of mega meditation summits in the United States. So what happens in a mega meditation summit? 1,000 plus people, or 2,000 plus people will come together and meditate, and then listen to this wisdom, transform in many ways, heal in a 2 or 3 day process. Now, one event of that nature, we contributing, doing is sufficient. Our purpose is done beautifully. Okay, I take care of me, but can I give this to somebody? And can I hold space for someone to come together and then solve the problems? Everyone, without an exception, who came in contact with this meditation, with Buddhasi, with PSSM, and Patriji, has got a giver consciousness, and it is bound to happen. Listening today, but it's bound to happen for each and every one of us. But this thought that we have to trigger, the thought has to trigger in our mind that how can I give this? How can I contribute? And we have examples of Jagdish Garu and Radhika Madam, year after year, providing beautiful space for many meditators, many people to come and then heal. So thank you. Thank you, sir, for doing the amazing service. which you don't feel as service. You are just open and things come and then you do it very naturally. That's what I've seen in you both. You are there. If somebody asks you, you do it. You feel like you do it. But otherwise, you're okay. Just again, one among the many. That's how we need to be. You don't need that special, just because I've done this, I need special recognition, special place, special thing.
Everybody, it's just a medium.
Medium. There you go. Yes. So thank you, friends. We'll conclude here with this sharing. Yes, Shirisha, and announcements.
Yes, sir. First of all, thank you, sir and ma'am. It was deeply inspiring and very wonderful to listen to your fond memories with Patriji as well. So thank you so much. And friends and masters, today is a weekend. We have another opportunity to spend more time gaining wisdom. So there is Saturday masterclass planned today. We have Mrs. Lakshmi ma'am taking the session on two parts, excerpts from the Bhagavad Gita. Today from 5:30 to 6:45 p.m. IST and 8 to 9:15 US time. So please take this opportunity and join the session. And once again, thank you, Chandra sir. Thank you, masters, and thanks to all of you for joining today's session.
Yes, thank you. I see Degaru said maybe the next regional conference on meditation leaders happens in Raleigh.
Yeah, why not? We are always welcome any conferences here. Please let us know if it happens.
Jagdish Garu was there, Degaru, in GCML.
Yeah.
Jagdish, we are doing our next RCML in Iowa, Des Moines, June
Okay.
13, 14. So please do join, madam. You have to join this time.
Sure, sir.
That's the weekend. Yes, and Degaru here is a steering council member for this conference there. Yes, sir. Great thought. Yes, a few observations from you from today's sharing.
I'm actually starting loving this 40-day program. Initially, I thought I was doing meditation for some time. Do I need this? But as I going through it, I'm learning a lot of things that I didn't know. Especially the quantum angle. That really makes sense, actually. So that is something definitely you're, connecting the science and the spirituality. And then, instead of giving that whole thing in one session, you split into multiple sessions so that we can take chunks and assimilate it. So, I mean, it's a wonderful, wonderful. I'm sure when you were meditating, this program came into you as an intuition. And so those are very powerful intuitions, actually. So I'm very happy that Chandra sir, you got this intuition to do 40 days program and you're doing it free. I mean, who could provide these type of services at free these days and virtually? I really appreciate the things that you're doing and all the impact you're creating, all over the world. I'm really happy. And we have started Supermind, Be Supermind program with our employees. And I'm hearing already great things about this program. So my employees, kind of they said, what is this meditation? Do I need it? And as they are participating and they're participating with the spouses and children. So it's amazing, amazing transformation and impact this program will have. So my journey with Buddha CEO started with RCML in St. Louis. Then I went to GCML. Then again, I'm going to RCML in Iowa. So I would love to go to all these RCMLs in every city, whether it's Boston, Raleigh, Houston, Dallas, every city, we should have RCMLs. And the beauty of RCMLs is you bring in these meditation leaders and you soak up quite a bit of wisdom, energy, and all that um, without even realizing and knowing that you're getting so much of things from the masters that have been doing the meditation for 30, 40, 50 years, all life. And you're there in their presence and you listen to them, you soak up quite a bit of that. And it starts making changes in your mindset and the body and everything unknowingly. So I was so happy that the GCML happened, and that too, the way it happened. I'll tell you the story, guys. You all, whether you believe it or not, Chandra sir actually called me in around February end and said, "I like to you to come to GCML in Delhi." And I'm in St. Louis, Missouri. I was in Hyderabad for 1.5 month business trip, and I was heading back to US. And once you are out of the country for 1.5 months, the work gets stacked up, and that's a tax time, April month. You have to file the taxes. So I politely said to Chandra sir, I don't know it's possible because of all the work and all that. But suddenly things got arranged itself that I had to go to India for, my nephew's wedding. And we have a tradition in our home. If nephew is young, my next brother's son. So we have tradition in our home. If somebody is getting married in the family, we all meet. So I had to go to my nephew's wedding. And this nephew, we were all concerned that he was 32 years in India. 32 years is a long time. And he was getting married. And all this thing happened, his marriage, after I had the conversation with Chandra sir. The marriage, I mean, the pelli chupal, whatever they call you, that happened. And then the engagement and the marriage was happening just 4 days before GCML. 4 days after GCML, sorry. 4 days after GCML. So I was doing the reservation for the wedding. Then I suddenly realized, yes, GCML is there. Why not I go to GCML? And I talked to our coordinator, Ramesh Garu here, and he gave me all the info. And then, I attended the GCML. But I would say attending these kind of RCMLs, GCMLs, because you're bringing in the people from all over the country with a lot of experience, and some of them are realized beings. So just being in the presence of the realized beings, you absorb. I mean, when you're meditating, your receptivity increases over a period of time. So when you're in the presence of these energetic and realized beings, you actually absorb more of that energy, wisdom, all that. So I would suggest everyone, if you get an opportunity, attend RCMLs and GCMLs, because this is bringing people who are amazing in their meditation journey. So that's the reason why, Jagadishwar Garu, if you do that, your city and your state will be energized and
Yeah.
transformed, and impact will be, all over. So
Yeah. Yeah.
after we had the RCML in St. Louis, I've seen the impact. It's like a wave. You put a, still lake, you put a stone, and a wave goes slowly, slowly to the edge. And that's what's happening in St. Louis after the RCML. So people after one, person after person is getting to know this Buddha CEO meditation, and it's having a tremendous impact. So that's the reason why I'm saying, you should consider doing RCML in Raleigh as soon as possible. And I have employees in Raleigh too, and I visited Raleigh many times. It's a wonderful place. I mean, it's a dream come true place.
Yeah.
Really, the weather and the the greenery and the food and all the things that you get in Raleigh. It's a dream come true location, and we love to visit it for the RCML. I know I've taken a lot of time, Chandra sir.
Thank you, sir. Yes, they are doing the Mega Meditation Summit is the same in nature.
Mhm.
It is a global conference, except the slight different formats. Mega Meditation Summit brings together a lot of meditators, and which they have done in Raleigh, which Jagdish is the convener in Raleigh, and brought
We,
together, so they have created a lot of impact there. Yes,
we
saying
have
something.
MMI 4 is coming up in Atlanta, September 25th to 27th. You should come out.
MMS equivalent, where many spiritual masters come. Mega Meditation Summit 4 now in Atlanta, coming up in September end. Global Conference of Meditation Leaders, Regional Conference of Meditation Leaders. Our format is we bring leadership where spiritual masters infuse. Leadership was senior leaders who are practicing meditation too. They are in businesses, they are governments. We want them to also be there. And so a slight format difference, but yes. And we are doing what is natural to us, Degar. So you and I want to bring leaders who are taking it so that they can firsthand bring it into a policy framework into their organizations. Is how these CML, RCMLs are imagined. And you've seen it. Delhi, where so many government folks were there. People working closely with government were there, which is our interest. And hopefully in Iowa too, we'll bring in enough of some of the system there, right? And I think that's in the public-private combination, the right thing to do. I'm sure already the mayor is part of going to be guest of honor. I think they're also looking at inviting the governor. So let's see what happens. If it's too late, still time is there. Okay. Yes. Thank you, everyone. And so we'll see you tomorrow. Thank you, Degaru, for this sharing. Thank you, Jagdish Garu and Radhika Madam.
Thank you. Thank you.
I am perfectly capable of creating a life I love. I am learning to trust myself and make peace with what I can't control. I always have a say in who I am today, and I can always change who I'm becoming. This is my life. I'm my own hero. Nobody but me can decide where I will go. This is my time. No matter what life throws, I always have.
Thank you all. We'll see you again tomorrow.